Hey, I'm feeling kind of high right now, high on heart. I don't know if I can share from here, but I want to try. What I wanted to share was something I was just reminded of by a line in one of PMH Atwater's books. She was sharing a number of sages who had near-death experiences when they were children. And it turns out that one of those was Ramana Maharshi, the guru of Papaji and Mooji and Gangaji. And if you didn't know it, to put G at the end of someone's name is an honorific. It's a term of respect. And there's something that he came back from the light with, that we in the West so easily forget, and that is effortlessness. No effort at all. We may safely know that when we are exerting intense effort, that there is an effortlessness that can be reached. That is a higher state. There is no need for any effort. There's nowhere to go and nothing to do. Now, those are just words, but they are not just words if you're in heart. There is, how do I say just this? No effort at all is required. When this is added to the reality of unconditional love, and I don't mean added to, but when you consider effortlessness and unconditional love, and you're in the knowingness that there is no judgment at all. You've never done anything wrong. You couldn't. There's no such thing as wrong. This is to rise above so much of that which gives us pain. You see, we only think it gives us pain because we're believing our thoughts, and thoughts do the best they can, but they're on a lower level somehow. They're not the way into this. No effort is required. You are more than satisfactory, just as you are now. There's no perfecting you need do. There's nothing you need to be forgiven for. On this level. There is also another understanding. What I suspect is a lower understanding, but that's okay, because there's really not lower and higher, and that's the two sides of the coin. So that while we think we're an individual, then there are duties and responsibilities of an individual that it's good to fulfill. The other side of the coin being, we're not an individual. There's no such thing. A Lakota I was reading don't have a word for an individual. It's not in their concept of life in reality. They work from the group, the one. And so Ms. Atwater was saying that in their NDEs, there's never a life review, because they have no concept of being an individual. If you're in heart and you let this sink in, it's bigger than big. Everything having to do with being an individual is a story. It's a part of a story. But to the extent that we accept it, then we take on the attributes, the responsibilities, and so on that go with it. Why? Because it's a part of our belief system, and our reality is based on our beliefs. How are you doing? How are your flowers growing in your garden of belief? Imagine losing the concept of being an individual. That's a whole layer of unreality you can walk away from. Now, chances are good it will take some gardening and some weeding. But we can set the intent with our conscious mind, this 10% of our awareness. And when we do that, then things will be brought up for us. We have assistant gardeners who are working with us, who have been working with us all along. We'll be seeing them soon enough. we'll be hearing them soon enough. But even now, we can be sensing them. What does it take? Being open, making room in your garden for the possibility that you have guides to help you in your garden, and that you can sense them. By adopting this as a belief, you open the door. You can set your intent to begin working more closely with your guides. Don't get psychic with it or off into channeling. If you'll stay in heart, it's pure there. And it's effortlessly pure. You need do nothing. You are this purity. It's here, it's now. So let us remind one another now and then against effort. When we're in effort, we've slipped down in vibration and frequency a bit. Stay in your now. And just be, and be effortless. Let all thought go. Don't click any of those links. Just let it go. It has nothing to offer. You are effortless, effortlessly pure. I think I better close it out. Okay. Hopefully, a number of you have tuned in to ride this beautiful wave with me. See you again soon. Namaste.